I'm back. I bet that was something you were not expecting me to say. I bet you were not expecting a surprise drop on my 38th birthday, but here we are, May 29th, 2025. Is that right? I can't even believe I'm saying that out loud. That just feels so bizarre. It also feels so bizarre that I graduated technically in 2005, which means it's my 20th high school reunion. These numbers, but I have to say 5 is my lucky number. So I'm excited for this. Well, look, here I'm going to tell you right now. I'm back. I'm excited. I've been re-inspired. I thought that for a second, if I just posted a picture of the new podcast cover art, that would inspire me to get back. But really, it was meeting people at an event recently. I recently went to the NAMI Gala, the National Alliance on Mental Illness, in which I'm an ambassador for. And I could not believe the room that I was filled with. I was meeting so many fantastic, beautiful people with these stories that were so unbelievable and so heartwarming and touching and real and honest and, kind of fucked up. And I realized, like, hey, I'm fucked up. And I've been ruminating and sitting in my thoughts over and over and over again and saying, okay, next week I'm going to start, or the week after that, or this is why I'm not doing anything. I kept procrastinating. And it's weird because I'm not that person. I'm usually someone who sets my goals and goes for it, which then brings me on a whole spiral of what's wrong with me internally in my brain. Am I, a different person since I've become a mom? Which, yeah, I have. And it's amazing. I have become a different person. It's also terrifying as shit because I am this different person and I'm still trying to figure out who that identity is. But I will say now, more than ever, especially since the last episode that aired on emotional support, I'm feeling more like myself. More like not even my old self, because I'll never be that old self, but more like I'm comfortable at who I am. I'm feeling fucking sexy again. And I know for moms, that's something that we do need to feel. And you can't get that validation from a partner. You can't get that validation from other people around you. You have to feel that inside. It has nothing to do with your body. It has nothing to do with what glam you have on your face or how you're doing your hair. Because trust me, I had the best glam team getting me beautiful and I was still feeling fugly as shit. And honestly, I would say in the past 2 weeks since going out and, going to dinners, going to events, going to this gala, I finally am like, wow, I feel great. Now, let me put a pause on that. I'm still peeing my pants. I know that that is something that is very TMI, but you got to hear it. All the moms out there who still pees their pants, put your hands in the air. I won't be able to see it, but I'll be able to feel this energy. Something else that I wanted to talk about why I'm coming back is I saw this TikTok and it was in a moment when I was in the bath. The bath is kind of my 30 minutes before I go to bed. My husband takes Lady, puts her to sleep, and that's my moment of peace. And usually what ends up happening is I'm scrolling, the interweb and looking at crazy TikTok videos or trying to find the latest Labubu. Shout out to those who know what that is. Or I'm just jotting down all these ideas. I don't find myself actually relaxing. I find myself doing my best work there. But it was bizarre. I was on TikTok and it was this moment, right, where I'm feeling sad. I was depressed and I was just feeling so lost, right? I was feeling so hopeless. And I'm swiping through and there was this woman who was reading tarot cards. And I know, look, once you get on the algorithm, there's all the psychics and all the readers and all the healers and all the people, that are on there. But this was something I'd never seen before. So I took it as a sign. And the first thing this person says is, this is a sign from your grandma. You are the voice of the voiceless. And it literally hit me like a ton of bricks. I thought I was going to vomit. I thought I was going to pass out. And I literally just started bawling in the bath by myself. And yes, I got suckered into one of those viral, FYP for your page tarot card general readings. But here's the crazy part. Okay. It was exactly what I needed to hear in that moment. I have been trying over and over, okay, to get myself together, to do this podcast, to get it back on the air. And I think what I needed was a sign. I'm a big believer in signs. And look, maybe that makes me completely woo woo and crazy and out of control and makes me very weird. But look, it's something that I need. So don't judge. I love you. And I want to thank you for being my emotional support because I've been through a lot. You've been through a lot. I've heard amazing stories that have been so moving and so emotional. And I've internalized them and really sat with them. And I compare my story to those. And I'm like, mine's not that terrible. So why should I be sharing it? And then you hear people when you go to a gala for NAMI and you're surrounded by people that you, meaning me, I'm inspired by and I'm in awe of. And I had someone say to me, "Oh, I know who you are. I know your podcast. I've listened to it. It's helped me so much." Someone I was a big fan of, someone I was so excited to talk to, someone who does a lot in the mental health community. And I'm not going to say their name because fingers crossed they're going to come on the podcast. So I want it to be a sweet surprise. But I thought, what am I doing? Like, I'm just sitting here ruminating these thoughts and coming up with all these ideas and jotting down my notes. If you saw my notes on my phone, it would be embarrassing because it's like all over the place. But there's so many things and so many thoughts that I've had throughout this past year of me being off air that I've wanted to talk about. So look, it's not going to be 100% just mental health, right? This podcast this season is going to be about mental health. It's going to be about mental wellness. It's going to be about pregnancy. It's going to be about postpartum care. It's going to be about being a toddler parent and what that's about. It's going to be about your identity and rediscovering who you are. It's going to be about marriage and partnership and the highs and the lows and the in-betweens and the wondering like what ifs. I feel like it's my duty to be as real and raw as I possibly can about this because I've needed this for me to just get off my chest, and I've also needed this because I need to know that I'm not alone. And I think that that is something that we all need to know. We all need to know that we're not that we're not alone in this process. Um, Grief, so many topics that I want to talk about, a lot of solo episodes. I'm gonna see, I don't know. Listen, it's just me, I'm not a tech genius, but I want to see if there's a way that maybe we can do some TikTok lives or Instagram lives and see if we can have you come on and ask a question or maybe write in or call in. I don't know, I'm gonna figure something out, but it's going to be more of a general, hey, I'm here to be the voice for the voiceless. Just like my grandma, wherever you are, Memmy, just like that tarot card said. So I just want to say thank you. Thank you for allowing me to take this break, allowing me to have this change, and allowing me to come back on my birthday for this rebirth of myself, of the podcast. And look, let's be honest, if you follow me on any forms of social media, you know I'm Disneyland obsessed. And I am obviously going to Disneyland for my birthday right now. So I love you and thank you for being my emotional support.